Welcome again to another video. In this video I'm going to analyze a scene from the show Peaky Blinders. So let's go.
Although I must say, I thought your office would be bigger than this.
It will be. Michael, you sit.
Okay, at first glance we can see that these two are checking around the room, okay? The room of Thomas, but they haven't been here, so they are trying to get comfortable in it and they are trying to get used to the room because I I think that they are going to have a discussion with someone, to have a meeting with someone, and it's going to be a little tense. So they are checking around. They are going to get familiar with the room, so they can control their emotions better. They can control the situation better. That's why I always tell you that if you're going to somewhere or to meet someone that is going to stress you, it's better to control what you can control, and they can control the situation. They can control this place where they are. So checking around the room, checking different places of the room, touching different objects on the room, will get you familiar with the place where you are, and then you can confront what you have to confront. Okay. Another thing we can check out is that when Arthur tells Thomas,
Although I must say, I thought your office would be bigger than this.
when Arthur tells someone tries to insult Thomas, he is not looking at Thomas directly. He's being submissive. He's looking down. He's not. He's putting a wall. He's using his back to use as a wall, an emotional wall, to protect himself against Thomas. You can see that Arthur is saying what he's saying, but he's not confident about it.
It will be. Michael.
The hands on the pocket too. You can see on the whole body language. And the great response answer from Thomas. He just says something positive. He's going to become better. He's going to get a bigger room. So it's a very good response from him. He doesn't care too much about his brother, what his brother has just told.
Will be. Michael, you sit. Arthur, you stand by the window.
Very interesting. He just point out, in a very dominant way, okay, and demanding way, point out his brother what they have to do, and they just obey. They don't answer. Very interesting. Arthur has a thought on what Thomas has just told him, but he let it go. You can see that on the gesture of the hand, letting the hand show that he has heard the demands from Thomas, and at the same time he's letting go the thought. As I usually tell you, with the Ragnar videos, he usually let go the thoughts with his head, with some kind of gesture. In this case, Arthur let go with the gesture of the hand. You can see it. Okay, Arthur checking around to get a place. Okay, he's not feeling comfortable. He doesn't want to sit. You can see that, and he just standing up.
So?
On the other hand, this one, the young man, I don't remember his name. He just goes slowly, sit down. He's trying to control himself. At the same time, it's interesting because he's trying to compose himself. He's trying to show confidence, but he closes himself up and he's moving his fingers too. So he's trying to control his monster right now.
Who are we meeting?
The man with a...
Again, with the hand, he's making the sound to let everyone know that he is here. He's not like Thomas. No, Thomas just talk and everyone listens. He's not. He has to make some sound. He's less than Thomas in this way. He's in a lesser hierarchy of him.
About to meet as the Minister for the Duchy of Lancaster. He is also Deputy to the Chancellor of the Exchequer.
You can see that he's pretty nervous.
Cabinet Advisor to the Prime Minister of Great Britain.
He's nervous too. You can see that he's moving around. Okay.
You both met bad men before. The man we're about to meet is the devil.
And you can see that Thomas is nervous too. You can see the finger he's close up with his hands. He's looking around. He's not looking at her family. Okay, that's not very common in Thomas. You can see that he's not he's in a very tense situation. Okay, this is not easy for him. And again, he's not facing directly to his brothers. He's looking to another place, facing his body to another place. So his attention is not on his brothers right now. He doesn't want to confront them. Okay, because he's trying to compose himself too.
Yep. Send him.
You can see with the lips, he's licking the lips.
Yep.
To relax himself.
Send him in.
And he breathes, okay? He breathes, he's trying to relax. He's moving around with the chair, he's nervous. And now this is very interesting. This is good acting. Arthur checks out Thomas. He looks at him and he knows that Thomas is nervous too. So he relaxes. He composed himself. He put his chin up. Shoulders back. Okay. Lift his chest. He's trying to show dominance in the situation. Now he understands that why they are here. These two men are here to protect Thomas in some kind of way, to bring him confidence. Okay, so he understands the job that he has to do, so he just do it. Very interesting, different body language. Shoulders back, chest up. As I told you, he's more like a bully right now. Okay, he now understands that he's the one pressuring the situation. He's the one with the force. He's the one to pressure the person. So he doesn't feel comfortable in the situation. Very interesting. But he doesn't care. Poker face. Okay, looking directly. Shoulders back. Okay, rocking the shoulder too. On the sides, moving slowly. And you can see that this battle of eyes has been won by Oswald. You can see that he looks at the side when Arthur looks at the side. Very interesting. Shoulders back, chest up, chin up, arms on the side. Very good dominant posture. Okay. On the other hand, this one understands that he has to be the good police in some kind of way, in the good cop in some kind of way. So he's smiling, a polite smile, just simply doing his job. But he's feeling some kind of emotion, he's feeling some kind of tension. You can see that on the blinking. Wait, it's not this. Yes, Thomas.
I never seem to get to meet you without your family.
Okay. Interesting. Being very rude. He's not giving a handshake to Thomas, and he just make a complaint about the situation, the way that Thomas is never without his family. Okay, he's he's telling Thomas that he doesn't respect him because he's not fighting his battles alone. He's always fighting in a group. So it's very interesting. Good posture like Matthew McConaughey on the body language video. Okay, shoulders back, and he's just being relaxed on the chair. Okay, Arthur thinks about what he just heard. He's thinking, and he's being embarrassed by what he has told. He's feeling embarrassed because he understands that they are not fighting fair, some kind of way.
I understand you know a man called Jimmy McCavan.
May I take a cigarette?
Please.
Who on earth is Jimmy McCavan?
Very interesting. You can see that. He's always checking Thomas for his opinion, and again, this is good from Oswald. He's trying to get the dominance on the situation. He's trying to get the upper hand, and he's using silence and and don't give an answer about the question that they are planting here. Okay, he frowns. Okay, like he's not convinced about the question. He's not surprised about the question, and he doesn't really care.
May I take a cigarette?
Please.
Again, taking his time, again throwing the lighter into the table. He's being rude. He's being dominant on purpose. Again, with the smoke, the acting gesture. Okay, he's trying to be as loud as he can. Okay, and he's throwing the smoke to Thomas. He's being unpolite on purpose.
Who on earth is Jimmy McCavan?
Over the last 12 months,
He breathes in to get composed. To be patient with the other person, but because Thomas now understands that the other person is trying to get the upper hand, is trying to get into him by taking his time, moving slowly, speaking with riddles.
you've been making approaches to various men across
This is not very good because he's rocking the chair, so he's showing that he's nervous.
the country who you think might be able to help you in your cause. McCavan is one of these men. He runs the East Glasgow shipyards. He killed an associate of mine.
Okay, again with the assassin. When you accuse someone to have killed someone, that's very direct. Okay, so that's something that some can it's always to get some kind of answer from the other person. In this case, he 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 check out Oswald checks out about what Thomas know, and he just let it go with the bite on the lips. You can see that.
I want to know what your strategy is. McCavan is one of these men. He runs the East Glasgow shipyards. He killed an associate of mine.
You can see. And he's showing that Thomas is true about the situation.
I want to know what your strategy is.
He's being rude with the cigarette. He's throwing the ashes into the floor. So he's being rude on purpose. He smiles because now he understands that Thomas is desperate about knowing what he's planning, and that's why he smiles, because he understands that he has the upper hand, because Thomas shows what he wants, and in politics it's something that you never have to do. Showing what you want to do is not useful, okay? Because politics is a game of shadows. You have to hide your things and try to get what the other person is going to do. And right now, Thomas is showing that he needs to know what always Oswald wants to do. He looks at the older brother, the muscle.
That one's your brother, yes?
Yes. And I'm his business advisor.
Very interesting, because right now he asked Thomas about his older brother, but Thomas doesn't answer because he understands that this person needs to answer the question that has been thrown. But right now, this young man has made the situation be a loss for Thomas, because he has lost his composure and he has answered when he shouldn't have. And you can see the response from him. You can see that he doesn't care. He's not looking at him.
We would like to talk business.
And he's just being egocentric. You can see that with the fake smile, with the upper chin, with the shoulders back, hands on the side. Okay, you can see that. And again, with the leg, he's close. Okay, to him. He's focused on Thomas. You can see that he's not interested. He's feeling superior to him. On the other hand, Arthur here is walking around. He's nervous, and with the hand on the chair, he's trying to relax by making force on something, and with the hand on the pocket here. These two are losing their composure. You can see that.
Michael.
And they are both checking for Thomas' opinion.
Oh, Gray. You lost all your cousin's money in America playing the fool. A nightclub in Detroit called the Gladiator is your regular?
See that. He's feeling emotion. He's tensing his jaw. Right?
Gladiator is your regular? You lost the money and found a wife there.
But the moment Oswald talks about Michael's wife, he lifts his chin, showing that be careful of what you are speaking about. Okay? You can talk about my money, you can talk about me being an idiot, but you cannot never talk about my wife.
And
at the same time, it's interesting because Oswald blinks here a lot. So you can see that he's pretending, he's making an act. Everything that he's doing, everything that he's speaking, is something that is being planned. It's something that maybe he has practiced in front of a mirror. So you can see that in this way he's breaking now. Okay, you can see with the blinking. I can check the right position. You can see with the blinking. Okay, so he's too being tense. He's too a little anxious about the situation because he's now losing his composure too. Okay, because he's been almost 4 minutes of long 3 minutes of long conversation of long acting. That's why I told you in the Matthew McConaughey video and the Matthew McConaughey video that you can make an act, you can portray a person in public, but you have to know your limits because you are going to break at some point. You need to know when you want to take your break, when you want to break out of character.
And poor old Arthur Shelby, standing there at the window, is afraid his wife will never return.
Okay, and you can see the tension as I told you before. Again, and you can see that Joe with Thomas is very interesting because he's getting hungry about the situation. He's checking for Arthur to control him probably, but you can see that on the jaw, this gesture of the jaw, he's angry because he Oswald hasn't answered his question, and again Oswald has just accused his family about different things. He has just been insulting his family. On the other hand, he's closing his body, okay?
Spies tell me she's been seen with another man.
Arthur.
You can see it's between angriness and crying. You can see that with the eyes, and again with the veins. You can see that. You can see that with the mouth too. The force closing here.
Arthur. Esquisito.
You can see with the finger. He's making a demand. He's making an order. Okay. He's telling to him, wait a second. I'm controlling this situation. Be there. Don't do nothing. Okay. Just here to make some pressure. So don't lose it.
Esquisito.
And bingo. 20 seconds in, and I have them speaking their walk lingo.
You can see that he's acting as I told you before. He's trying to get into them.
Mr. Shelby, I do.
He's not being here. He's not here to make negotiations.
I have plans. I will have need of.
And this is very interesting because when he speaks about getting Thomas into his party, probably political party, he makes a gesture of disgust. You can see that on the mouth when the corners of the mouth goes down and opens the mouth so deep. This is something that shows disgust about what you are saying. At the same time, when he's feeling disgust, he's feeling surprised about what he's saying to invite Thomas into his party. You can see that too on the eyebrows getting up.
I will have need of men.
Yes, in the will. You can see that on the will.
Have need of men like you. I will have need of men like you. Except.
And Thomas gets the information and just doesn't answer. He just processing the information that he is just receiving. You can see that on the gesture with the head. Very good way to answer from Thomas.
Of course, there is no other man like you.
He's not being reactive.
You, in particular.
Again, with the pointing fingers, okay?
I need. But please, don't imagine I would trouble myself with turf wars.
Again, the mouth looking at the side, changing the tone of voice, he's showing that he's not, what he's saying is not very important. It's something that is playing a game. He's insulting at the same time, he's making that, and he's showing that insults are not on purpose, that he wants to be with Thomas, and at the same time is trying to show that he's rival to Thomas. He's showing games, he's throwing everyone off. And that's a good acting, and that's very good. You are a person that can portray that kind of role. That's you have a lot of power right now.
You have many enemies. Shuffle the pack and pick another card.
Again, he's breathing in to relax. Okay, this is very interesting. I told you he's when you just move your body in fast, like in this way, like you have been struck by something, showing that you just have an idea, you just remember something, okay? And in this case, Oswald is acting that he just remembers something about a letter. Look at his body right now, how he doesn't he suddenly moves.
That investigation.
Dominant move, he's not giving the letter to Thomas, he's just throwing the letter into the table.
The dead journalist. The queer. I've made that go away. Read it and come back to me.
Again, and it's very interesting because he's using, as I always tell you, it's whispering something to make a connection between another person, okay, to make an intimate conversation. And when you insult someone and you're whispering to that person the insult, that makes the insult even greater, okay? Because you at the same time that you are connecting with the person, you are insulting the person, you are trying to hurt them, so that you are showing that you are want to hurt them in some kind of way. You want to get them.
Next time, bring only an open mind and a cigar to celebrate our union.
Again, throwing the cigarette into the floor. He's being rude again and polite. Okay, and he goes slowly as he enters, rocking shoulders, very good posture from his end. Very interesting because Thomas has done what he needed to do. He need he doesn't have anything to battle with Oswald right now. Not in words, not in gestures, not in nothing. So he just gets all the information. He just gets what Oswald is telling and doesn't react. That's how he managed to get this interview, this scene into a tie, except of Oswald winning the situation. And only when Oswald leaves the room, he loses everything, okay? He looks down, he moves at the side, the head. And he throws himself into the table. He's being nervous, he throws himself with two hands except instead of one, okay? So he's being nervous, he wants to know what is in the letter right now. And Michael goes for the cigarettes. They are both trying to relax. Close body language, shoulders forward, head down, okay, submissive. Close, the legs are closed. He didn't manage to compose himself. He's feeling a lot of anger, a lot of tension. And he's surprised. You can see that on the eyebrows. Through the glasses, he doesn't understand the situation. He's feeling overwhelmed by the emotions. Again, the jaw on the side is feeling he's hungry.
What the fuck was that all about, Tom? Fuck.
Tension here. You can see that. And he just loses it. Everything.
Arthur?
Clenched fist. Okay, he wants to fight something.
Arthur? Do not let them get inside.
And the finger again. He's demanding something to Arthur.
Your head. It's exactly how these people work.
Who the fuck are these people?
That's very interesting from Arthur. He's someone that always means what he says. So, but at the same time, he's showing submissive body language. He's pointing fingers, but he's looking always down. His shoulders are always down. Maybe it's because he's talking with his family, and he's not in the upper hierarchies. He's the muscle only, and it's his job to be the muscle. But he's always saying what he means, and that's very important. Okay, because that's showing that is someone that you have to trust. That's someone that you can trust. Again, he's trying to relax. We touch our head, our nose, our face, our neck to relax ourselves. Okay.
Who the fuck are they?
And again, this is a very exaggerated gesture, but you can see that with the lips, he's trying to relax himself. He is feeling too emotional about what just happened. What is this person?
I've just been invited to become the deputy.
And he doesn't even get why he's invited to the situation. You can see that with the surprise face.
I've just been invited to become the deputy leader of a brand new political party. These
You
people,
can see that with his affirmative gesture of the head, that he's processing the information. He's affirming that he is trying to get into in the situation of or the conditions that he just speaking out.
a new political party. These people say they are the future.
And you can see this face of pure anger. Okay, the veins popping out. Okay, the jaw tense. Okay, eyes focus. The mouth is closed. Okay. Well, thank you for the video. This is a video from the YouTube channel Peaky Blinders Home. So shout out to that channel. And if you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, good day and good luck.